on this edition of Starchwreck Not Live, we have props, and the Star Trek The Next Generation. Let's check it out right now. Well, thank you for joining me for this edition of Starchwreck Not Live. I got a lot of things done this last week, and a lot of things progressed very nicely. So let's just get started. First, we'll start with ships. The only ships I've been working on are the Essex and the Enterprise D. And for the Enterprise D, we've got the surface sanded smooth and a coat of primer. Just out of curiosity, I went ahead and started scratching out some of the windows just to see what's going to be involved. And since this is just the primer coat, I can go back and fix it later. But it worked for the most part. I tried putting a little blue tint, clear blue in the windows, some of the windows, because it kind of has that look on the show. Kind of worked, but I think it's going to be more involved than that. You can see I have a few areas to go in and light block after it's done, although maybe some more coats, when we get to more coats of paint, will work there. You can kind of see those top windows. So, but that is coming along nicely. You can see those front windows. The captain's yacht area will need some more light blocking. One of those windows. I kind of made a tool-ish with my a dull X-Acto blade. I kind of filed it down to the size of the windows. I'm going to see what anxiety level that causes, because some of my first attempts didn't work so well. It'll probably show up, I don't know, it's not showing, I don't know, right there where it kind of scratched up. So it'll be some work to get the cadence down right of what the best way is to do with those, so we'll see how that goes. But yeah, so it's coming along nicely. Of course, these will all get covered up again with some coats of paint, but gotta get that all figured out first before I start experimenting on the, main hull color and stuff like that. But yeah, so that's the D for right now. More works in progress would be the as far as props in progress, here's kind of one of those projects that you want to do just practically everything for, no matter how absurd or much you screw it up. But this is a Season 3 Cobra that I've been hollowing out, and it looks like garbage right now, but it's going to be one of those ones that has the flip-up panel. And hopefully the more garbage it looks like now, the better it will look when it's done, hopefully. And the before and after pictures will be exciting. So, but that's in progress, and we'll see how that guy turns out. But it should be interesting. And that's mostly it for things in progress that I can think of, for the most part. But let's switch on to finished items, and those would all be props. Start off with this guy. I don't think this was finished last week, but it was just parts of it. And I got the forehead of the week tail phaser all put together. So I don't think was this in last time's show? I don't know. Anyway, if it was, you're seeing it again, but it's all together. And yeah, so fun. The only thing I don't like well, it's not that I don't like it, it just feels strange that it doesn't have like a trigger. It's just that whole flat piece. So that's something moderately interesting. I finished up the Disco comm for the most part, and I learned with 3D print things, do not leave them out where it's hot, because they will warp, and then you have to rewarp them back to their original shape. So I was constantly doing that with these very flat pieces that need to stay flat and not warped. But it turned out pretty okay. It's developed a crack right here. I'm not too crazy about it, but whatever. I went and found the hardware. At least those screws I think are accurate. These, I'm not sure. Of course, the real one's a little different than this 3D print. So then getting them in there was kind of rough, so it's fine. But it works. It's good enough. Eventually I'll get some graphics for this. Maybe add the iPad or iPod Touch or whatever. But I think, I don't know, maybe if I get I'll do another cast, whatever, 3D print or something. I don't know. One that's I finished better to do the iPod in or whatever. So, but yeah, there's that guy. Oh, good. What's that? Oh, goody. Well, there's a bunch of crap on it now. That's nice. Anyway, I will consider it a stunt pop and smash it later or something. This guy, nothing really new with that, except I finally fixed the electronics on it, kind of. I guess there's a voltage issue or something, because it works okay at 6 volts, but on the 3.7, it only goes like 3/4 of the way, and doesn't light everything, but it's good enough for right now. See the top on. I'm just happy it lights up pretty much just for the most part, so that's always kind of exciting. And I got added a screen light too, which is always nice, and then get the light up there. And I also did the scanner lights, and from what I've seen, all the season 1 versions didn't have the rotating lights, they just had the one on. And some of them I've seen these aren't even like painted or left open or whatever you want to call it, they're all painted over, so I just went with that for ease and simplicity. But yeah, no sound right now, but maybe someday. So that's that guy. Let's see. I also, talking about Medicaltricorders and science, this guy I had borrowed the graphics off of for another build because somebody didn't include graphics for theirs, so I just sacrificed that, so it was kind of dead for a while. But I had some that I found online and just made my own. And they have the 2 layers, kind of looks messy, but the 2, so all the yellow parts are all raised buttons, and then I sealed it all with the contact paper, and it still does all the functions. I need to get a new medical graphic for the screen at some point, so, but I think those turned out pretty nice until it took a tumble and decided to chip right there, so that was exciting. I also did that for this science version, and I also need to, and it appears to be running out of batteries, so that's great. And it's having a seizure, but this screen graphic, I didn't have another slide. I had this graphic, but for some reason the original artist didn't feel the need to make the whole area black. Instead, it's like the shape of the screen, so I had to, it's very complicated, whatever. It was kind of irritating. But whatever, it's fine for now until I get a new graphic, except for the fact that these electronics I had to put them in the tricorder before I built it. So getting the graphic in there is quite a challenge. So I'm not sure how we'll get that in there, because I just basically mounted this one to the back of the plastic thing. So I don't know, whatever, I don't care. It's fine. Get it away from me. Marktens. Let's talk about Marktens. This guy would have been done, except for the fact that the screen graphic somehow, I don't know where it is, it's up here somewhere. Anyway, there was kind of some weird like things going on with the black, so I'm getting a replacement for that. But other than that, this guy would be done, nice and sealed up. I did finish the little hand scanner, so that's something. And it also needs a battery. Put the battery in there. But that left me the ability to do this guy. And I feel like it's been so long since I've done a science version. Everybody wants the medical ones. But good old bar graph that tells you everything all the time, no matter if that information could be delivered via bar graph or not. So it's always exciting. But yeah, good old Science Mark 9, and then also another Mark 10 finished up, and its little hand scannerino. It's very fun. And Also, those of you who've been following it, this show and the Facebook page will be something to see that the Endgametricorder lives finally after all the things that happened with it, with the hinges and all that stuff. So it is fully operational and has the closing ratchet and everything. So pretty excited about that. So it's going off to its new home here shortly. What else? Oh, we'll do this guy. This guy I finished up for my own collection. This is the phaser from Beyond. And, well, it's not quite done. I need to get the little thumb wheels there. But I don't even know what I painted it for the most part, because I just picked colors that I had in my automotive stash that have lost their caps. I just picked whatever looked good. So, and then Tamiya clears for those. I think this was spruce green. This is ultra or semi-flat black. Tamiya gold leaf, and I can't remember what I don't know what the others are, but so yeah, I think it turned out not too bad. So there's that guy, and I think that's it. Other than these guys, let's do this guy first before we get to the ultimate one. This guy was done, and thought it turned out pretty nice. This is the one that's supposed to have the screen accurate paint scheme with the dull aluminum and all that. And done, doesn't it look done? Until I was mounting the top part, and this bubble right here decided, well, come on. This bubble decided to collapse that I had not seen. It wasn't like clear or anything. So, yeah, now I've got to fix that. Otherwise, this thing would be done and out of here. Or I would play with it a lot. Well, now I have extra time to play with it, I guess. So, but there's that guy. And last but not least, we have the Hero opening version. And it's all done. Just take out your power cell. You can see that. I've left this together in a way that hopefully, if and when electronics become available, it'll be easier to take apart and install those. For now, I've just kind of left the bottom because there'll be a panel that goes over here to cover the wires that have to go up to the emitter and the front to light up the windows. Hopefully they'll include that. So, and this guy will be hopefully easy to get apart too. To put the glowy power cell electronics in that, but there's that. So, and it's nice and solid. It's not going to flop open because nobody likes a floppy phase pistol. And all that. So, but yeah, these were fun to build. This one was terrifying, just cutting this down the side and trying to hollow it all out and everything, make room for the power cell. But yeah, but it was fun, and someday I hope to build one for myself. But we shall see. So, oh, I know, even better. Yeah, no, quality sound effects right out of my mouth. Whoop. So, anyway, that's pretty much all I got for this week of things that are happening here. Coming up next, mostly working on the Enterprise D, and I thought I would be able to do more work with that this weekend, but I have some unexpected other unrelated prop things to do, and we'll see how that goes. Hopefully it works out. But yeah, probably let's be able to focus more on the D now that a lot of this other stuff is done. But yeah, that is about it. So thank you guys for watching. If you have any questions or comments or whatever, please feel free to post them. And of course, we always love all the people seem to hate the wand communicator and original series phaser video. They just leave the weirdest comments. They just seem to hate that one. So I'm just going to leave it up there, and they can continue leaving their hostile, weird comments, especially from people who have like no videos or anything on their channel. It's very strange. I also don't care. So if you hate it, then don't watch it. Then don't watch this. There's literally billions of other YouTube videos. Go watch those. I don't care. That sounds like a personal problem if you don't like it. So, whatever. Anyway, other than that, let's get out of here. And we'll see you next time, hopefully with some more exciting things and stuff, or this progress, or whatever. Bye!